Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Sharice Johnson Moore here. Hello, everyone, and how is everyone doing? I am glad to be here. I am your hope builder, and I am in this frame of mind of letting you know what Coming to Loving Yourself book and workbook is about. This is just day one. This is just day one. This is the book. It's entitled Coming to Loving Yourself. And I just what made me want to write this book was I had just experienced the death of three important people in my life. And the three most important people in my life, you know, they they were my everything. And I had experienced, this death. The first death was my grandmother, and I wanna say, because of her, she raised me, and she had a very profound, you know, profound, and she was very prominent in my life. She was my mother when my mother wasn't there. And I just wanna do this introduction correctly. My name is Sharice Johnson Moore. I am your hope builder, lifting you up out of your sorrow by guiding you to see the Christ within through scripture and practical applications. And I am here to reintroduce you to my books, my business, my ventures that I do. I'm a minister, an author, a motivational speaker, gospel artist, executive producer of four virtual broadcasting shows: Morning Word and Worship, Let's Talk Sunday, Entrepreneur Corners, and Authors Excerpt Sunday. And I wanted to come and speak with you and reintroduce myself to my public audience, those that may not know me or never heard of me. And I wanted to say hello. My name is Sharice Johnson Moore, and I am here to tell you, to give you, to really get you into what Coming to Loving Yourself book is about. Okay, so the backstory behind this book is I had lost my three most important people. I spoke about that a little bit, in a little introduction. And the thing is that I wanted to reintroduce this book to you. This book was written in 2017. It was published in 2017. I had my grandmother had passed November the 5th of 2011. My father passed away July the 14th of 2014, and then my mother passed 6 months later in January of 2015. And while I was sitting in my mother's funeral, I heard a voice speak to me. And the voice spoke to me like, how could I say this? The voice spoke to me just like if I was standing in front of the person. This voice spoke to me heavily. It spoke to me prominently. I did not hear nothing. I didn't hear when the voice spoke to me. I didn't hear my brother talking. He was at the podium. My oldest brother, Eugene, was at the podium talking. And the voice said, "Now it's time for you to write your book." And I was looking around like, "What? Did you hear that?" My baby sister was sitting. She said, "You all right?" I said, "Yes, I'm fine." And I was sitting there, and I was just sitting there. I was just, listening to my brother talking and everything. And the voice spoke to me again. And the voice said, "It's time for you to write your book." And I was like, I wonder, was I crazy or something in that moment, because this voice, and then the voice spoke one more time while my brother was standing at the podium. And the voice said, you need to write your book. And I was like, really? Why I gotta write this book? What's so important about this book? I wasn't really thinking at the time about the book. And the thing is that when God tells you to get busy with something, you better get busy. Time is of the essence. So after my mother's funeral, I came back to Uniontown, Pennsylvania, of the place of my dwelling place of living. And I proceeded to write this book, and I put everything in this book I could think of. And God guided me through the whole process of this book. And during this process of writing this book, I learned so many things. I mean, I learned so many things about how to write a book, what not to do, what to do if you make a mistake, what to do. I have learned so many things in this journey of writing a book. And um, during the process, by being an autobiography, of course, we have to change the names of other people in the book. We can't put their real names, or we have to get permission from the person to get to have their name in the book. And in this process, I put everything in this book that I thought was my flaws. My first, I want to read Coming to Loving Yourself is my autobiography inspirational book. Okay. And I want to say that if anybody that's writing an autobiography, tell your truth. This is what this book did for me. It opened me up to tell the truth about everything I experienced in my life. And I wanted to share with you something out of chapter 1 today. We have 5 days. We got 5 days. Five. One, two, three, four, five. We got 5 days to really get to this point in our lives where I'm going to open up to you about certain things that may have happened, and I want to share them with you out of the book. Okay. In chapter 1, I speak about my beginning part of my life. I speak about the beginning. Speak about the beginning. Chapter 1, the beginning of my life. I'm going to read the first page of chapter 1 for you. It says, born July 24th, 1971, in Brooklyn, New York, in St. Mary's Hospital, to the parents of Margaret Ann Barnes and Brandon Otis Johnson. I didn't know how they met, but I was a product of their relationship. I was raised by my father's mother and step grandfather, Lena Cross artist and Calvin Wright artist. I was I say stepfather because my paternal grandfather, Patrick Johnson, my father's father, I do not know too much about him except for what my grandmother has told me. What my grandmother has told me. And the story about my birth and my life before I came into guardianship of my grandparents are sketchy. I wouldn't know where to start. The story that I was told by my grandmother and mother were viewpoints that had two different viewpoints, and I didn't know what to believe. My parents, as it may seem, were two ships passing in the night. Two ships passing in the night. And uh, the relationship didn't last long because my father was married to another woman named Martha Brown. And they had two children together, Leah and Rachel. They are my two half sisters on my dad's side. My mother had other children before I came along. Timothy Hicks, Francis Renee Hicks, Taryn Hicks, Violetta Hicks, Tracy Hicks. These are my half brothers and sisters on my mom's side. After my mom had me, she had another child, Wanda Felicia Sarah Barnes, which was from a very short lived relationship before she married Mr. Walter Talley. And she raised her as, and he raised her as his own. At birth, my parents didn't have time for me in their lives, their busy lives. When I was born, my mother brought me to her home that she shared with her aunt, Catherine Barnes. And I vaguely remember her because I was too young to remember her. I didn't know what possessed my mother to leave us with our great aunt Catherine, but my older brother told me that our mother was out running the streets, having fun, hanging out at the bar not too far from where we lived. That is a excerpt from chapter 1. I decided to write this book to free myself because all of my life I have had these issues. Has anybody else had the issues? You know, the issues of you feel like you're not wanted, you're not desired, you're not loved, no one holds you, and and it is so traumatic to you when you are raised in this form where there's no affection from your parents, there's no attention from your parents, there's no communication from your parents, and you're just at your grandparents house and grandparents raised, but you get affection from grandma, you get affection from granddaddy, we love you, and and it was a positive vibe and everything whatnot. And it is a terrible thing to be feeling like no one wants you. No one wants you. So from an early age, that's what I dealt with. Like I said in my in Author's Excerpt Sunday of yesterday's show, I said I'm going to share with you some emotions that we all deal with when there is no love. No love, none, no love. If you are not taught how to love someone, when you get in relationships with people when you're older, you realize something is wrong with me because of the way you were raised, maybe because the way everything happened in your life where you might not even. Okay, I'm gonna break this down to you. Break this down to you. Imagine if you are raised by your grandparents, right? And you would see your father, but he wouldn't acknowledge you. He wouldn't even speak and say hello. Okay. Walk by you like you don't exist. No love, no kiss, no hug, no nothing. Right? Because this is I'm being raised by my father's mother. Okay. And during life and experiencing this early on as a child, it gives me a sense of, is this how older I got, the more I thought about it, and that's why it led me to do what I did in my life as I got older. We'll talk about that later. But these things in your life cannot dictate you forever. I just want to let you know that. I just want to let you know that. I just want to let you know that these things that have affected you, you may have abandonment issues. This is the topic we're going to talk about today. You may have abandonment issues and you need help. That was one of my issues I had to face with my therapist that I started seeing maybe 2 years ago. Abandonment issues. Yes, I go to a therapist, okay? And yes, I got to go take some medicine, but I feel better when I go see my therapist because I could tell her all the stuff and she ain't telling nobody, okay? Okay. Y'all, people in the audience, you this is my time of me being me to break it down to you to break it down to those of us that have dealt with this issue called abandonment. Okay, so in the process of me writing the book, I had this other idea. God gave me another vision. You know, that's how God works. He always gives us visions. He always gives us he always gives us the next step. He always gives us encouragement. He always say, okay, well, you know, he plants that idea, write the book. Okay. Now he then during the process of writing this book, he gives me another vision to write this book. Coming to loving yourself, study guide to building your self-worth. Okay. I had low self-esteem as a child. I had low self-esteem. I was bullied in school, and that didn't help either. We'll talk about that later. And my thing is when you are dealing with the issues at a young age, it is very traumatic for you to deal with certain things in your life that no one sits down and talk to you about. Now I got grandparents. You know, grandparents ain't talking about no, they not open, they're not verbal, they're not sitting down to talk to you, explain things to you about how life is and things. I just going through life and I'm like, okay, well, when is somebody gonna explain this to me? What's going on? Why my parents don't want me? Why don't nobody want me? But I have a workbook. I got workbook. Yes, I do. So all the questions I put, let's go into this book. Let's go into this book. It's entitled Coming to Loving Yourself, Study Guide to Building Your Self-Worth. I write in this book, I take you on a journey. I take you on a journey in this book. I take you on a journey. I take you on a journey. I take you on a journey of, a process. It's a process. In the table of contents, it says identify your childhood experience and with your parents. This is what I start off with your table of contents. This is what I start off with. I don't know if y'all can see that. Okay, let's see. Let me go over here. Start y'all with the table of contents, and I break it down to you. Some of these things, I know they may trigger you. I know they may make you feel like you're like, why are you digging this up? Why are you digging into my soul of stuff I want to hide and stuff I want to bury and stuff I don't want nobody to know about. Now, I don't want nobody to see that part. And I don't want to feel those emotions. Child, let me tell you something. If you do not, if you do not, come on, I froze up. Come on. If you do not deal with these issues in your life, you are going to be on a destructive path that may kill you. Because a lot of my issues that I dealt with, I put them in the other things later on down the road. We're gonna discuss that, and so my thing is that if you are dealing with this issue of abandonment, I suggest you get the book, the workbook. You can get the book and the workbook for $40. And you will also get a 5 week video course. I made a 5-week video course just for this book, this combo. I call it Coming to Loving Yourself Combo. And you have to free your mind, and the rest will follow. The rest will follow. Okay. Also, I have something else something else that you may want to purchase, but you purchased it separate. It's entitled "Coming to Loving Yourself" T-shirt. I have these T-shirts made. This is the book title. This is what it looks like. Okay, and then you may then I have the other here in the back. This is my business information all on the shirt. You can order the shirt with just the front and no information on the back. If you like, if you really like, I have this product as well. So I wanted to say that sometimes we have to let go of the things that we are holding on that will hold us back. It can hold us back in the most utmost ways. It can hold us back in ways that we don't see our worth. We don't see our value. We don't see what we bring to the table. And sometimes we get we get into a cocoon to ourselves and doubt our own selves. Okay. So these are some of the things that I I I I want to help you get through. I want to help you get through the depression, the anxiety, the suicidal tendencies. And I want to help you along to help you thrive to be who God wants you to be. He doesn't want you to hang on to all of the stuff. Sometimes it loads you down and it makes you non-productive and it makes you lazy. It also makes you have doubts about yourself, about your upbringing. But I want to help you. When you read the book, then you work in the workbook. It will help you work out your thing, your issue that you have, your problem that you have, all this baggage you carry around, all this luggage. Help me, Lord. I can't help. You carry around a suitcase, you carry around a duffel bag, you carrying around a hand a carry on. You're all this luggage, and your arms are so full and your body is so tired that you cannot stand up straight. You cannot hold your head up high. You go hold your head up high, stick your chest out, and let go. Breathe. Breathe for a minute. Just breathe for a minute. Sometimes our stuff that we hold on to makes us heavy burden. It causes us to have a load, and sometimes we have to let go of the baggage that we're holding on to from our childhood, and we got to let go of all these suitcases and we like the bag lady. You got a cart. The lady got a cart. All this stuff in this cart. You got abandonment issues. You got sexual abuse, mental, emotional abuse. You have all these things that's going on with you, and it's stopping you from loving you. It's stopping you from loving you as a person. It's stopping you from getting to that point where I don't know if I should do this. I don't. And God giving you a vision, and you're sitting there like, you have so much doubt, so much baggage on you that you can't even discern where God is trying to move you forward. God's trying to move you forward, and you're sitting there doubting yourself. I don't know. I'm sitting here on this chair. I'm not moving. I'm not going anywhere. But I took this suitcase around all day. I'm like a bag lady or the bag man, or what I mean, like a homeless person. and you're holding on to all this stuff, holding on to all the stuff, and you be, ain't you tired yet? Ain't you tired? I know I was tired. I got tired. Oh, child. And that death, the three deaths woke me up about life. The three deaths woke up my spirit. The three deaths kept me the three deaths freed me from some of the stuff that was even associated with the people that died. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. Woo! I had so many issues, y'all. I had so many issues. I was on a destructive path where I end up being all these different people for other people. I didn't know who I was as an individual. I didn't know who I was as an individual until I had these deaths and I had to find myself. I had to find me because I had put so much into other people for approval, and I needed approval, and I need your love, and I needed your attention, and I need and during my life, I turned around and I got attention, but it wasn't the right attention. It wasn't no right attention. Don't I'm just put it out there. I got attention. I'll tell you about that later, right? So my thing to you is today. Start today. Start today to free yourself to come and love yourself. Take one thing at a time. Work on one thing at a time. And if you need therapy, get the therapy. Get it. Ain't gonna hurt you. It'll free you. Therapy is therapy. And look, just because you're in therapy, you are not weak. You are not weak when you in therapy. You're not weak. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe all that. Don't believe that, oh, we black people, we don't talk to nobody. And we don't need people in our business. And the devil is a lie. Okay, the devil is a lie. Devil lying. Devil is a lie. Look, it took me a long time to get me some therapy. It took me a long time to get some therapy. It took me a long time to get it. It took me a long time to get the therapy. It took me a long time, and I was holding on to everything. When I started going to therapy, I decided I wanted something different out of my life. I wanted freedom. I wanted to do what I wanted to do, and the three deaths was the catalyst. The three deaths caused me to. Have you ever had a moment in your life where you thought about, dang, I ain't got these three people no more. What the hell I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do with my life? What I'm gonna do with my existence? Because you were so tied to them people, tied to the people, tied to the people that it was all, for me, it was about approval. For me, it was making other people happy when I was miserable as crap myself. And when I had these three deaths, God struck a chord in me. God started working on me. He said, now, child, and I decided I wanted to rekindle my relationship with God. I talk about that in the book, about my rekindlement with God. And some of the things in the book, I'm not proud of myself, but I had to let you know. I had to let you know. I don't sit up here and be phony. I don't sit up. Oh, my book is about this. My book, and trying to make it all sound good. Look, I got the good, bad, and the ugly in this book. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and tell no lie about what's in my book. I'm not gonna lead you down the road to damnation. Okay, I have learned since being under God's protection, I have to be honest with people. I have to be forthright with people because I don't live like I used to live anymore. Okay, so I hope you have time to purchase. I please purchase this book if you're dealing with issues in your life. Dealing with issues in your life. Okay. And I would like for you to go to this link. To purchase your book. The set, okay, let me put this in here. Set is $40. Okay. Okay. One book, the Coming to Loving Yourself book, the book, the autobiography by itself, is $20. Okay. That includes your tax, shipping, handling, and tax. $20. Okay. And the workbook is $20 today. $20. Okay. Make sure I ain't got no too many zeros. You know, I don't want that mistake. Okay. All right. That's what we're gonna put this here. PayPal for the set is $40. You get the free 5-week course, video course, when you buy the set. You get the free 5-week video course. Okay, you get the 5-week video course for free. Free now, free. 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 Now I don't know who I don't know who's gonna give away stuff for free. You getting 2 books, and then you get another. You get a gift, a special gift with your book today. Okay. And I want to say that I want you to get back to loving yourself, babies. Get back to enjoying the things that you really want to do in life. If you want to be an artist, be an artist. If you want to sing, sing. If you want to crochet, crochet. Be you. Do the things that make you happy, because you ain't got but one life, babies. One life. One life. One life to live. Enjoy it, because life is short and fleeting. Okay. All right, everyone. It has been an honor and a privilege to come to you today to talk about, on day one, I bring out some things in this book that I have dealt with. I have dealt with these things, and I want to help you come to love yourself again. I want to help you. I want to help you thrive. I want to uplift you. I want to motivate you. That's what I do. Okay. All right, everyone. It has been my honor and a privilege. All right. So I love you very much. And I will see you tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Okay. All right. Tomorrow, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to talk about some more stuff in this book, in the workbook. Okay. All right. I love you. And I'll talk to you later.